Welcome to Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Colorado Buffaloes. And the Buffaloes will kick it away to start. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the TCU Horned Frogs offense will go to work first. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game. Now, I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, David.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Duggan. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
It'll be 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions. He just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
The Buffaloes offense will go to work for the first time today. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. 2 NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
It's been a rough start for these guys, and you look down the schedule in the Big 12, there aren't many soft landing spots.
Well, no doubt about it. This team has had some bad breaks early this year in Big 12 play, but they've got to make good things happen, David. They've got to do a better job of executing offensively.
Turning it on! The 50, the 40, at the 20. Touchdown, Buffaloes! He found some open space and turned on the Jets. They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback, because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Reads it, fires complete. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating, too.
Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. He wants to change this route. Creates a little space. Smashes through the tackle. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them outflanked with the Wildcat. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the snap, it's Duggan. They forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They'll move the wide receiver. They've softened them up with the run. Now to throw it. Using the quick game. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. And the Horned Frogs come to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on first down. He's got him. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, TCU.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he takes this from inside the 5. I guess it could have been worse on that return. He goes out of bounds at the 15. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Nicholson. Quick completion on the outbound. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good job by the defense being disciplined. They sneak the running back out. You see it. Keep outside leverage and go make us tackle in space on a guy that's used to breaking tackles, used to making plays.
Finds the tight end. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up 3rd down. And wait a minute, 3rd down now becomes, we're going to go for it on 4th down anyway, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we get to go have some fun.
Makes the catch. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you.
Breaks into the open. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just freeze the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Got the quick pass. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. And the Buffaloes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Dropping back, it's Nicholson. Grabbed behind the line, it's Linderbaum. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
The Buffaloes trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll go with a direct snap. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them.
He's going for the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Colorado! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he's coming out of the end zone. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Fighting off the defender. They're now out across the 40, and he's out of bounds at the 42.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
And they pick up the 1st down in what might be the last play here in the 1st quarter. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the 2nd. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air on 1st down. It's complete on the right side. Oh, he's got some space. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
On the direct snap, it's Duggan. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Dropping back, it's Nicholson. Quickly out to the tight end. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
Leaves it with the back. Oh, better look out. Oh, he found a space on the right. He
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
The option look. The pitch. Touchdown, Bucks! Great job by the back on the option.
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Kickoff. On the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He gets a block. He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
And those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you could tell, takes it out, good blocking, give him a little crease, and you can see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No, 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 no. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. To throw, it's Nicholson. Makes the grab. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Hey, man, if you're going to make plays like that on slant throws, you got to be able to make catches in traffic. Good, strong hands by the wide out there on the slant.
The play-action fake. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. And the Buffaloes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Flips it out on the screen. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard. Trying to get this drive rolling.
The screen game for this offense, man, it's a feel thing, like when to call it and when you can anticipate somebody being aggressive, and they pick the right time, man. They hit the defense, 3rd down, big play, slip it right behind the linebackers, make the play and get the first down.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to throw again. Snagged in the middle. It's Linderbaum. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
And the Buffaloes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody to dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. Makes a move. What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Snap to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
He's got his man. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's...
Turning it on! The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And down here near the goal line, you got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again. Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Duggan. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The offense trying to find a way on 4th and goal from the 2.
Timeout, TCU.
And as they come to the line of scrimmage, they're passing on the field goal. But look, worst case scenario, you don't get it here, they're backed up in their own end. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. The Buffaloes buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on first down. On the move. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And you can tell if the QB wants to run, he's going to be a big part of the game plan. And the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand. And more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a 4th quarter game.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the 2nd quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Sends it back in motion. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him, got him on the ground too quick.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Horned Frogs will kick it off to start the second half. He'll start the return inside the spot. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
And that's a really good play. That's a bomb. That's thrown way down the field. A lot of times we need to do what? Get a little bit handsy, get my hands, force a PI. Stayed calm, did a nice job staying the course, got his hand on the football for the deflection.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And the Buffaloes will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They moved the football well in the last drive, but man, that fourth down and failing to convert there has to sting. Got his man on the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Puts it out of the air. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup.
In the slant route, you got to put that foot in the ground and cut in a hurry so you can create a little bit of separation from that cornerback, and a nice job with the concentration, plucking that football, pulling it in.
It's complete to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Might be calling a hot route. Second down, they'll go to the air. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, TCU! They take the lead with the 6.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing in because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Back to throw, it's Nicholson. Fires to the wideout. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set. Make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
And he converts on third down as he gets it out to the 26.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting to his progression.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. A strike downfield. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean... I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry.
He's loose. He's at the touchdown, Buffaloes. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. LSU has the lead right now, but it hasn't come easy. They're in a tight one. They're up by 11 over Iowa State. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back. If anything develops, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quick strike complete. Couldn't find any more room up the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 36.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. The quick out. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. And the Horned Frogs will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Oh, he wants it all. Catch and stride inside the 15. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. It's Duggan. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. He's quite familiar with the end zone. His 75th career touchdown run.
You know, we're in the era in college football where there's a lot of running back by committee. This guy has been the bell cow. He's been the focal point of this offense. To stay healthy, to be consistent, and to reach that number is ridiculous.
All right, it just shows you how special he is because you're right. They want to throw it all over the yard in today's college football, but they continue to give it to him because he continues to find the end zone, and again, for the 75th time.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Finds his tight end, and they pick up just a few on that completion.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Quick release by the QB. He'll go out of bounds at the 22, methodically moving it away from their own end zone.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
Looking to throw, it's Nicholson. Finds his big tight end. There he goes. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they got it at the 42.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They just keep firing. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
All right, that's when the offensive line has got to be able to communicate and pick up. When that inside linebacker comes running through the A-gap or the B-gap, those O-linemen, they've got to work together, and they've got to pass guys off to one another to make sure they pick him up. They didn't do it that time.
Going to swing it on second down. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
I personally love aggressive defense. I love it. Bringing the strong safety down, blitzing that sucker in there to get the quarterback. Boom. Get that guy on the ground. Nice aggressive play call by the defense.
Off play action. Grab behind the line. It's Linderbaum. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. And the Buffaloes will punt this one away. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up fourth down, they only have a one-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
On fourth down, going to the air. He's got it, first down and more. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the third. We've reached the break, and TCU is holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Hand off from the shotgun. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
On the direct snap, it's Duggan. Breaks into the open. Headed to the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, TCU. That one
aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There were a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, we've got a 2-possession lead.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Picked off. A turnover in their own end. Touchdown, Horned Frog. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Complete.
Well, when you're throwing these out routes, guys, it's location, location, locate.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
I think at this point of the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there. It didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play.
Well, they're not able to hook up there, but considering this guy already has 2 touchdown catches in this game, now the offensive coordinator is dialing up more passes his way, and you know the quarterback, he's got like a sonar on him. He's always aware of where he is, and I like the idea. I'm going to keep throwing this guy the football and see if he can get another touchdown.
To the air, it's Nicholson. Setting up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Buffaloes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Fires to the big fella. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing it.
And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the 4th quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the fourth quarter.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Snap to the back. And this wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Got his man. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
When you run this out route, you know you're starting to get close to the sidelines. I know I got to start slowing down and find a way to drag or get one.
Makes a grab past the marker. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, TCU! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
To the air, it's Nicholson. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Oh, what a play, it's intercepted. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
How great has this linebacker been in coverage these last 2 games now? That's now his 3rd interception in 2 games. He had 2 last week. First interception in this game on the opening drive. He's not only good against the run, he's not only good rushing the passer, but this guy is a monster in cover.
Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Fires to the right, and they can't make the play on 3rd down. We've reached the 2 minutes. The clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. They'll try to get it in with the run. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking to throw, it's Nicholson. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
They've been able to put together nothing. Now 3rd and long from their own 1. Oh, they're after him. It's on target and complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20. Look out, he's got room.
Returner is tackled down at the 43. And your TCU Horned Frogs will take over 1st and 10.
Give to the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day. And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but like, let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but like, let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Converts on 4th down, still going. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Looking downfield on 1st down. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the 1st. From the gun, wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
Here we go.
To the air, it's Nicholson. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go.